You had offense, defense, special teams, outstanding game today.
Yeah, obviously we really thought the offense came out of the locker room. Felt like we were doing a good job moving the ball in the first half. Obviously, we weren't generating points, but we had some opportunities. But the second half, I thought Zach probably played the best game of his career. Just the off-schedule stuff, the timing and rhythm, and getting the ball out to where it needed to get to, being aggressive but smart at the same time. Scrambled. I know he had the scramble, but just the aggressiveness, the scramble, and he was out there having a good time, and he made a lot of things happen that weren't there. So hats off to him. I thought he was outstanding today. And then defensively, against that quarterback, who I have high regard for him. CJ's going to be a really good football player in this league. Thought again our front handled it. Our back end was sticky, made it hard for him, and then special teams obviously did their thing.
Zach said earlier this week that he was pissed off a little bit. You wish you pissed him off a little earlier?
I don't know. Everything happens. The timing and reasoning, who knows? But 4 more of those, and it'll be pretty good.
It looked like when you came out in the second half, it looked like there was a concerted effort to try to be more aggressive. I think the first 4 first downs were pass plays. Could you talk about that? And
yeah. For sure. We were able to convert some third downs in the second half that allowed for drives to extend, but thought Hackett was aggressive. I thought it was a really good game plan, and it was one of those games where all these beautifully designed plays, and we're just not going to be left in the bag. It just let it out, just let the bag loose and see what happens. And again, I thought Conklin made a couple of huge third down conversions, going up and get the ball. Garrett was outstanding. Xavier Gibson scored, Cobby scored, but I thought the protection held up enough. There's things we can be better there, but overall, I just again the combination of staying on the gas, being aggressive, and Zach, like I said, he was unbelievable.
What did you think about your offensive line? Obviously, this is the 10th different lineup you've had this year.
They battled. They battled big time, and there's always going to be things that need to clean up, but overall, I thought they did an admirable job.
What does this do, Robert, for you guys entering the final stretch here, just in terms of regaining some confidence after the struggles you've had lately?
Yeah, it's a week-to-week league. Chaos or what's the word? Disaster, whatever you said. But, yeah, euphoria. And we just got to take it week to week. Don't get too high, don't get too low, but at the same time try to capture what it felt like on the field to be aggressive, capture what it felt like in the booth to call the plays that were being called, capture what it was on the sideline, and try to capitalize not only on that, but just to build off of it and continue to find ways to get better. And we got 4 more of these to make the best of it. There's a lot of young guys getting a lot of playing time, and I thought for the most part we were really good, especially in that second half.
How did it feel just to get that in this winning streak?
The losing streak, it's always good. No, you're good. It's always good to win in the NFL.
Seems like that third down play where Zach kind of threw it across to the middle and Garrett went up. That's probably the ideal of what you wanted there, right? Rep and all that.
No, it's a fine line because I understand the confusion, but let it rip. It's just trust yourself. Don't be a hero means knowing enough is enough, and being boring is being okay to just a whole lot of verbiage. But I thought he had great balance today. He was aggressive, but he was smart. Taking the checkdowns when he could, but being calculated with his opportunities. And he was, like I said, he was outstanding. Hopefully he can find ways to build off this one.
Stroud came in here leading the NFL in passing yards. What did you guys do against him to stop him today?
Again, credit to Brick, the staff, the players. I know it hurt them a lot losing Nico Collins, but I thought our corners were gloving it. Our D-line was getting after it, but we were sounding the back end. Did our best to try to mix up our coverages, and took advantage of whether he was a little bit off or not, who knows. But I thought our guys were outstanding again up front, just applying a lot of pressure to. I think we had 5 sacks on the day, if I'm not mistaken. But just applying pressure and getting him on the ground. That's kind of been credit to their offensive line. They do a really good job. They've been protecting him very well, and felt like if we could just touch him a few times, it might change it. And so credit to the D-line getting after it a little bit.
Talk about your Cook Hall usage and the way you use them. Cook started. I don't know if there's anything meaningful to that or
No, Brees is dealing with a few things, so we're just being judicious in how we use them. But this is Brees's team, and he's a star running back. But at the same time, we're just trying to be smart with him.
How effective was he as a weapon in the passing game today?
Oh, he was great. I mean, God, how many explosives did he have? And just coming out of the backfield, he had a touchdown, and again, I thought he ran with purpose today. Again. And when he runs the way he does, he's ultra hard to tackle and ultra hard to contain. And a couple of times I thought he was going to break one, but he was another one. He was really good today.
Injuries. I know Tippin left the game a little bit later on, like he came out.
He came back in. I know Max is dealing with something. I'll have more for you guys tomorrow, but he should be good.
What are some of the things you'll focus on as you take on Miami for next week, them being the leading in the league?
No, for sure. Obviously, we just saw him a couple weeks ago, so there's a lot of things to learn off of. But at the same time, just it's got to be about us and just making sure that we take the things that we've been focusing on, especially over the last couple of weeks, and just continue to find ways to improve and harness and hone in on the details that make football special. And again, just find ways to improve on, especially on what we did today.
Last one. Is there a chance that we could see Aaron next week? Is that something you ruled out, or something possible?
He's in rehab, so I really don't have an answer for you on that one. But like I said before, I wouldn't hold my breath. All right. Thanks, guys.
Zach.